Okay, Walter Wofford back. I'm a short-term rental operator in Jackson, Mississippi. We got 7 properties up and running. And I want to tell you one of the most powerful features that Relay has as it relates to receipt management. Receipt management, keeping up with that shoebox full of receipts, is part of the system. And so Relay allows you, for each account, to have up to 50 virtual or physical debit cards for your staff and your team. So for my cleaners, they've got a card for each property, one for their labor and one for their supplies. And so when they order some supplies, not only do I get notified, but the person who used the card gets an email immediately, and it sends it to them and says, upload the receipt. So I don't have to keep up with all the receipts. They're part of the system. So watch this video and you'll learn more about how it works. It's a real game changer. And I've got an offer for you at the end of this video, so hang around. Thank you, Walter Wofford.
All right, for any of you that want to see our properties, our short-term rental properties, just go to our direct booking site, and you can just type in your browser MississippiShortStays.com, and it'll pop up. And the reason I want you to see that is you may want a site like this, a direct booking site. I save hundreds of dollars every week in not paying Airbnb and VRBO fees, and it doesn't cost much to build this site. So I'll be happy to give you the site builder's contact information if you want to reach out to them. Okay, now for today's lesson, we got to give the backdrop of Profit First. This is a book that came out in 2014. I read it and I couldn't figure a way to implement it because I couldn't get my bank to cooperate with as many free accounts as I needed to pull off this method. What it is, it's more like the old envelope budgeting system, but they've made it a modern and digital budgeting system. So I actually have, for my 7 properties, each of the properties have 20 sub-accounts. These are standalone checking accounts. So for my 7 properties, I've got 140 free banking accounts. All right, so that allows me to segment the cost and income and look at each property as a standalone, the metrics of it. Anyway, so I would suggest you go get this book and read it, Mike Michalowicz, and you can see why his system of taking your profit first makes a lot more sense to me. And then if you want me to help you set up your accounts, this fintech company called Relay was created several years ago to implement the profit first system. And as I've told many people, that I couldn't operate my short-term rental business without it today. It allows me much, much more free time because I'm not having to do things that I can automate, and I'm happy to show you. All right, so right now we're going to look at a video that my AI team helped me create, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll have an offer for you at the end.
If you're in the short-term rental game, you know the feeling, right? It's that constant, never-ending stream of expenses. Cleaning supplies here, guest amenities there, it just doesn't stop. Well, today, we're going to dive into how to solve that chaos once and for all. So let me just ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. That shoebox, or maybe it's a digital folder filled with receipts, if you got that dreaded audit notice tomorrow, would you be confident, or would it be a complete and total panic-induced scramble? Yeah, that's the core problem we're tackling. All right, so first things first, before we can even talk about a solution, we really have to get our heads around the massive scale of this expense tracking problem because it's pretty unique to the way short-term rental businesses run. And here's the thing you've got to get. We are not talking about a couple of big invoices each month. No way. We're talking about dozens, maybe even hundreds of little purchases. A quick trip to Target for new towels, reimbursing your cleaner for more soap, a small repair at the hardware store. It's this constant drip, drip, drip of expenses across all your properties that quickly builds a mountain of paperwork. So I know what you might be thinking. Okay, it's a bit of a mess, but I get it done eventually. But this disorganization, it's so much more than just a little hassle. It has real, painful consequences for your business's bottom line and, let's be real, for your sanity. And this slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. On one side, you've got the risks, missing out on tax deductions you deserve, dealing with compliance nightmares, and that pit in your stomach audit stress. But over on the other side, that's the goal. That's the dream, right? Ironclad proof for every single purchase, a totally stress-free tax season, and just peace of mind. That huge gap between those two columns is where most STR operators are stuck. But what if you could bridge that gap without adding another complicated app or subscription to your life? Well, the good news is there's a modern built-in way to fix this problem for good, and it's part of something you already use every single day, your bank. The secret sauce is this idea right here: real-time receipt matching. Now, I know that sounds a little technical, but the concept is incredibly simple. It just means that the second you buy something, you digitally staple the receipt right to that transaction in your bank account, instantly. No more waiting till the end of the month. And this, right here, is the absolute best part. This is not another app you have to download and learn and pay for. It's all in one spot. Your money and your proof of purchase living together, perfectly organized, right where they belong, inside your banking dashboard. Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does it actually work in the real world? Well, it's a beautifully simple 3-part flow. You capture the receipt, the system matches it, and then you just get on with your day. That's it. You've got total flexibility here, no matter how you get your receipts. Just left the store with a paper receipt? Just snap a quick photo with your phone inside the Relay app. Got an email receipt from an online order? Just forward that email to a special address they give you. And if you're working at your computer, you can literally just drag and drop the file. See? It's designed to fit how you work. And once you've done that one tiny step, the capture, your part is basically over. I'm serious. This is where the real magic kicks in. You don't have to go hunting for the transaction it belongs to. The system takes it from here. Now, the logic behind this is really smart, but it's also simple. The system scans the receipt and looks for a transaction with a matching date, amount, and store name. If it finds a perfect match, boom, it attaches it for you automatically. And what if it's not 100% sure? No problem. The receipt just hangs out in a little inbox waiting for you to give it a quick one-click approval. Nothing ever gets lost. This all sounds really cool, but what does it actually mean for you, the busy operator who's juggling a million other things? Let's talk about the real-world, tangible payoffs. First and foremost, you get your time back. Just think about all those painful hours you've spent at the end of the month or quarter, hunched over your desk trying to figure out what a crumpled receipt was for. With this system, that's just gone. Poofed. And then there's the peace of mind. Every single expense has its digital proof stapled directly to it. This isn't just about being organized, this is about being bulletproof. You're not just ready for tax season. You are audit ready 24/7, 365 days a year without even trying. And the benefits are just so perfectly tailored for how STR businesses work. You use Profit First. Your accounts are now always accurate in real time. You have a cleaner with a company card. They can upload their receipts with a simple text link. They don't even need to log in. Worried about your bookkeeping software? Everything, including the receipt image, syncs right over to QuickBooks or Xero. This makes tracking the real profitability of each individual property an absolute breeze. You know, this quote just completely nails it. The whole point is to eliminate that feeling of receipt chaos. It is a total transformation, taking something that was scattered, stressful, and messy, and turning it into something organized, digital, and 100% defensible. So, there you have it. We've gone from the problem, that dreaded shoebox of receipts, all the way to a seamless, automated solution. Let's just wrap up by showing you how ridiculously simple it is to go from that state of chaos to one of total control. Getting started really just takes a few minutes. You flip on the feature in your dashboard, you copy your unique email address, and maybe you set a simple rule for your team, like, hey, we need receipts for anything over $50. And from that moment on, you and your whole team just start snapping and forwarding receipts as they happen. It's really that easy. And I'll just leave you with this final thought. In the short-term rental world, everything happens in real time. Bookings, guest messages, problems, it's all instant. Your business runs at the speed of now. So why are you still letting your bookkeeping live in the past?
Okay, hope you enjoyed that video. Walter Wofford here. I have an offer for you. I believed in Relay so much that I went through their training, became a banking partner with Relay, and spent a lot of time on it. And I can show you in 45 minutes what it took me 45 hours to learn. And all you got to do is reach out to me either by text or by email, and here's the information in front of you. And I'll send you a demonstration that I recently created, and then we can set up a time to talk further. All right, Walter Wofford out. Thank you.